Hello again. Now, as millions of Christians observe Ash Wednesday as a day of repentance and reconciliation around the world, Pope Francis has urged believers to fast and pray for Ukrainians. A request has been made by the Anglican Archbishop of Cape Town as well, Thabo Makgoba, for the same thing to happen here in South Africa. In solidarity with Ukraine, St Georges Cathedral has held an hour-long silent protest. Well, let's get more on this from a colleague, that's reporter Monique Mortlock, joining us now. Monique, just speak to us about the significance of this silent protest taking place at the St Georges Cathedral.
Now, the historical significance of St Georges Cathedral, we've heard about it time and time again, especially over the last couple of months when we saw that this was the place where Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu was laid to rest, and this is also where his ashes were interred. It is also here at the cathedral where the Arch basically led a march against apartheid during that time under the apartheid government, and it has continuously over the years been a site of resistance against oppression and injustices in different parts of the world and in South Africa, specifically during apartheid. And today's sermon, Ash Wednesday sermon, the Archbishop Thabo Makgoba, he's the Anglican Archbishop of Cape Town here in South Africa, he used the sermon to speak out against the injustices currently happening in the Ukraine. And this isn't the first time that Archbishop Makgoba has spoken out against various atrocities and injustices in other parts of the world. I spoke to him about, the church, or him using the platform of the pulpit to deliver this message, and he said that it was important for the church to show their solidarity for the people of Ukraine, thus leading this silent protest that took place on the steps with various members of the congregation and from the church community, and just people who saw what was happening, also just standing with the Arch and other members of the church to show their support for the people of Ukraine.
So what message did Archbishop Thabo Makgoba give today in his Ash Wednesday sermon?
Not only did the Arch speak about those messages of repentance and striving for eternal good, and calling on members of the congregation and those who were watching to restore their human dignity by being good people, by being kind to those around them, but he also used it to send a message, or to call on the South African government to take a stronger stance against Russia and what's happening in the Ukraine. Let's just take a listen to Archbishop Thabo Makgoba delivering that message during his Ash Wednesday sermon.
I urge the government to condemn unequivocally the Russian invasion. After all, the support of the United Nations gave us in the struggle against apartheid. It is unthinkable that we should approve such a flagrant violation of a central tenet of the UN Charter. I urge those of you who are able to join the Dean and I on the steps outside on Wayne Street after the service, where we will hold a silent protest in solidarity with the people of Ukraine.
Anglican Archbishop Thabo Makgoba there, ending that report. Thank you very much, Monique Mortlock in Cape Town, just telling us what happened as the Anglican Church in South Africa joining those clamoring calls in different parts of the world, calling for Russia to be condemned for invading Ukraine.